In other words, come at an angle from the back and then go down and rock it in place. And it has to be completely sitting down. There cannot be any space between the block and the bottom part of the FID. So now, with this in place, you can now replace the 3 screws and retighten the FID. And using the T20, I am now going clockwise, and right now I am not tightening any of the screws. I'm just screwing them in place, and then at the end I will then tighten a little bit. You do not have to tighten them too much. Just give it about a quarter turn each, because the heat will actually set. Now the last thing you have to do is not forget to plug back in the igniter cable, otherwise the FID will not light. Now what remains to be is the column insertion. And I will demonstrate how to cut the capillary column. So here, I have here a metal column, and I'm going to show you how to cut. You will notice that if you place the ceramic cutter on your fingernail, there is a soft edge and there is a very harsh edge. Use the soft edge, and you're going to scribe, and you see there is a cut, and then you will take the needle nose pliers and go very close to the cut that you have made and twist it, and there you make a very good cut. It should be symmetrical. It should not be squeezed to one side, which is something that you do very often, beginners in cutting columns. Now what you have to do is take the FID nut, and you notice that the ferrule is embedded in there, so you have to take a paper clip and through the other side push, and that immediately loosens the ferrule. Now you're ready to replace a new ferrule, and you get a new ferrule, and we'll lay it down. And now you will slide first the nut, and then you will slide the ferrule, and this is the time you will cut. The previous cut I've made was a teaching cut, but this is the cut that we do in order to avoid any kind of small pieces of graphite going into the column. We cut the end off about 1 centimeter. And again, I do this 1, 2, 3, 4 cut. I have now scored the column, take a pair of pliers, and there is my cut. Now I can insert the column, and you might have to stroke it to make it a little straight. Like you notice here, it's kind of bent. It's going to be hard to get in there. And now you would have to actually insert the column. And remember, the flame tip has a very small hole at the bottom, and you have to find the hole. And you'll know that you get it because it kind of goes in a long way. Now you're able to insert the nut and screw it by hand. Okay, and you will notice that you can still pull on it. And now you take the wrench and tighten with the 1/4 inch end, about only a 1/4 turn. And I can see that I can still pull on it, and now pull just a tiny bit downward, and now you can finish it off with a 1/4 turn, or maybe you do not need to tighten.